in absolutely top-class form.
Frame 20. Mark Williams to break.
Well, didn't start in the most promising of fashions for O'Sullivan.
No, worth mentioning, he had a heavy kick on it. I don't think it made a difference to the potting angle though or not.
Mark Williams at this stage must have still felt that he was in with a chance, although O'Sullivan had gradually been compiling the breaks.
Yeah, Ronnie won 3 frames in a row from 9-7 to 12-7 and played near flawless snooker. So I'm not quite sure how confident Mark was feeling right now.
Nice tidy up from O'Sullivan.
Safety shot from Mark Williams. Has left a long straight red on here for O'Sullivan. That's the one. But it requires majestic cueing, which of course we all know O'Sullivan has.
Beauty.
Only 12-7 up, you'll take these blacks on. Guaranteed to cannon the reds and almost certain to be on his next one. And when the reds were already open like this, there isn't anything on a cushion rail, and they're all down this end of the table, you certainly think that if you can control that cue ball to the best of your ability, there will be a chance of a 1-4-7. O'Sullivan had a couple of goes.
9.
Maximum in his previous match.
Well, he's had that about him this whole week, hasn't he, really? As soon as he's been amongst them, he has attempted to make it the big one.
Yeah, it gives him a real buzz to do something like that. Has the audience enraptured.
16.
It's a real adrenaline rush.
Not slinging around the table as ever, but just taking a bit of pace out of his game these days.
Yeah, the big difference in Ronnie over the last decade or so is he's on the table a lot more now, studying the table position for selecting his shot and getting down and playing it, whereas in the mid-90s
24.
he used to just see the first shot and get down and play it. The rhythm's the same
25.
as it used to be. It's just a little bit slower. It's the same cue action, nothing's changed. It's just a little bit slower than it used to be. A little bit more deliberate. It's still beautiful to watch.
Getting some rhythm now to this break.
32.
8 maximums in his career
33.
so far. Well over 500 century breaks as well. He's going to get closer to Stephen Hendry's lead on that front.
Yes, of course, he made one in the UK, didn't
40.
he, in the deciding frame against Mark Selby. Maximum in the deciding frame.
41.
Becoming a habit. Looking good here.
Just happy normally if you can manage to scramble a couple of 30 odds in the deciding frame to win, let alone a 147. Took a chance there, Ronnie. Didn't need to play the cannon,
48.
but he knew that somewhere down the line he had to open a few of these reds up. They're a little bit bunched together. Thought he'd be on the red to the left corner. Almost looks like he's on nothing, but the one to the right centre is on, and he can get back for the black.
Not much pocket left for him, but he does it beautifully. That is so good from O'Sullivan. Crowd are buzzing now.
Yeah, 7 ahead, even if Ronnie
56.
loses position badly. He'll still try and get on that black, because the reds are perfect. It's strange though, every maximum you see, nearly always the pink is off its spot.
64.
All the other colours are normally on the spots, obviously the black is, but the pink is nearly always off its spot by a foot or so. I don't know why that is. Probably the cannons that you play to develop the reds cause that to happen. Could have gone wrong for Ronnie. Could have had awkward bridging over red, but it finished between them. Just having a look at those two reds below the pink. He knows the bottom one, the third one pots, no problem. He's on it now.
72.
I think the one just above that is also potable in the left-hand black pocket, but it's the one that's right by the pink. Does that pot anywhere? If it doesn't, it'll be the one remaining cannon that one will look to play somewhere down the line.
73.
Williams knows the match is over now. That was the red that made it safe for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Mark will just be wondering if the great man can finish the task.
80.
Magical maximum.
81.
Let's have one at the World Championships, and it's a record as well, fastest ever 147 at 5 minutes 20 seconds. This won't be anywhere near that.
Still pretty quick. I don't think anyone makes him quicker than Ronnie.
He's starting to smile now.
89.
It's almost like he knows he's going to do it, which is just unbelievable.
That's the entertainer in him, isn't it? It's shining through here. He loves it. The adoring public following his every move, and he's going to just keep them on the edge of their seats here.
I think he did an exhibition last year in Huddersfield somewhere and made 2 maximums in 3 frames.
96.
It's just amazing. He's some player.
Easy shot. Guarantee an ideal angle on the black. Had to move that cue ball some 6 feet or so, but he's okay.
Well, what do you reckon?
Well, 2 things. Did the red already pot in that right corner anyway?
104.
And was he playing for this one in the left corner? It's a difficult one to call.
Either way, it worked out perfectly.
I'll ask him one day when I see him. I'll ask him if he played that cannon.
And he'll remember it.
Played for the red in the right centre.
Little murmur from the crowd there. Go on, Ronnie, says somebody.
Yeah, you don't want that before. Although he's so keyed up, so focused, he probably wouldn't have heard anything at this stage.
Well, I still remember Cliff Thorburn's 147. First televised here at the World Championships many years ago now. Ended up on his knees on the floor when he sunk that final black. I'm not sure we'll see that sort of reaction from O'Sullivan. He does it so many times.
125.
Speeding up a little bit. That's the adrenaline flowing.
129.
There's the man he's beaten in the background, Mark Williams. 3 more balls to pot for another maximum. Maximum number 9 for O'Sullivan in his career.
134.
Unbelievable. Just listen to this audience erupt if you can knock this black in.
The roof's about to come off the crucible. The rocket. Ronnie O'Sullivan has done it again. It's another maximum break, and it was beautifully done. It was never in doubt. And it's almost forgotten, isn't it? Mark Williams has been beaten by Ronnie O'Sullivan. Williams is back. Good to see him around again. But he's been eclipsed by a truly stunning performance in the last 4 frames of this one. O'Sullivan with a 147 and a standing ovation.
Yes, incredible stuff from Ronnie O'Sullivan. That's the magic of the man. And another 150 odd grand to his name.
£157,000. Highest break and the maximum. And there it is, Ronnie O'Sullivan with his centuries at this World Championship so far. There's no one can touch him, Dominic, at the moment.
No, Steve Maguire there has made 4 centuries also. He's going to be a danger man in this competition. He's playing very well also. He's drooping on there of that 137 that he made earlier in his last 16 match with Joe Perry. That's still going on. We're going to have a look at that later, I'm sure.
And Liang Wenbo as well with a 123. So we've had a few centuries today. Quite a lot of those on that table have actually occurred this afternoon and this evening, and it just shows you the players are starting to warm up. And as we move down through the stats, quite a few of those players now no longer in the tournament, but it's turning into a classic.